The Green Army Men flag waves proudly on the beaches. But beneath it is not Green Army Men. It's Red Army Men, who recently took over the Green Beach trenches. And now the Green Navy is deploying onto the beaches, hoping to retake what was captured from them in a triumphant and realistic Battle of the Green Army Men beaches. If you guys do enjoy this video, hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're using the Army Men RTS mod for Men of War Assault Squad 2, and this thing looks absolutely gorgeous with a realistic Army Men sandbox D-Day battlefield. So, let's get right on into this thing. Alright guys, let's get right on into this thing, and I did not playtest this battle because I believe the battleship actually is capable of firing, which is kind of rare for Men of War Assault Squad 2 to have a firing battleship. It is taking shots right now from KV-85 tanks, and there we go, yes, the flak guns up top are firing away, and there are some of those heavy artillery guns firing. Gets a little bit of damage there, nothing too effective. I didn't playtest this because I wanted to see how the battleship would perform overall. That is a very large coastal gun. Oh my goodness, okay. Very, very lucky that it hit in front of these troopers and not behind those barricades, or else they would have been toasted right there. The KV-85's getting some very good shots out. It does go down right there. Might have been from one of the 76s on the ground, and we have crashed. Incredible. Instant Gaming has literally saved me thousands of dollars from their deals. And if you're watching this video, I'm guessing you like Army Men. You can get the Army Men RTS for $1.07 on Instant Gaming. You can play the Men of War Assault Squad 2 Army Men mod for $3.23, or the absolute classic Toy Soldiers for just $7. Let's not forget, you can also save crazy money on Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation Network cards, and Nintendo eShop credits. Trust me, Instant Gaming is extremely safe and my favorite place to buy cheap games. Maybe that's why I much prefer Gates of Hell nowadays, but the mods in Men of War Assault Squad 2 are just absolutely impeccable. I wonder if you can actually destroy the battleship, because we are seeing a lot of KV-85 fire going into it, so that I would be curious about. That's a ton of fire coming from that battleship, man. This thing might be really OP. Also, look at those coastal guns swinging around. I am sure they will be devastating if they land their shots. They have a second chance at this, and this time they hit. And oh my goodness! They just evaporate the Red Army Men troopers right there. Somehow, the KV-85 lived, and it dies there. Rip the dream. I don't actually think that was from the second coastal gun. I believe that was from a Sherman on the beaches. We've also got some soldiers here who are just fire now, so that's fun. Oh my goodness. Alright, this battleship might be absolutely devastating. We do have a few greens charging up this way, while some in the background provide some cover fire. That's another fun feature of Men of War Assault Squad 2, is that sometimes soldiers just decide to death charge. And that's fun. They'll probably die, which is good, because the Reds need as many kills as they can possibly get right now with the sheer weight of this battleship fire coming in at them. Luckily, they do have a lot of KV-85s, but a lot of those KV-85s are being obliterated. That's not very cash money, my guy. More shots going in this way, ripping through these tanks, and a KV-85 is nothing to scoff at. It is an incredibly powerful tank during World War II. I mean, it's got heavy armor, it's got a great cannon on it. That thing should be ripping through these enemy tanks, but they're barely getting a chance to with the amount of battleship fire coming out here. It's ridiculous. It is kind of beautiful to watch this thing fire, though. I do kind of want to see close-up this in action. I mean, this is pretty gorgeous. You can't lie. I mean, this is freaking sweet, dude. Look at that. Oh, and it does eviscerate more and more troopers over this way as we go. That is not very nice. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Not in the bunker, guys. Not in the bunker. I don't know how these guys lived. That's crazy, but the KV-85 is very gone, as well as any other soldier who was near it. Oy vey. We still have a KV-85 back here, one over there. So we still do have more of these red tanks, but a lot of them are getting obliterated. And the infantry is getting shot up so much now by the green infantry that most of them are just getting suppressed. Now, the greens do have a number of these flame troopers, you can see here. If the reds do shoot the backpack of the flame trooper, it will ignite the fuel and blow up, taking pretty much everyone around it with it, which would be incredible if the reds could hit one of those shots. But right now, they're too busy getting grenaded here, and so that is no good. The flamers are high risk, high reward for the attacking greens here, because if they can get flame shots off, it is devastating. But again, if it gets shot itself, it is devastating for the attacking army. So these guys are just like straight up raiding over here, but I do want to go look over this way because I am seeing an M4. Is it stuck? It is still alive because it's moving, but I think it might be stuck. I'm hoping this KV-85 is still alive for the Reds, or else that's going to be bad news bears. All right, we've got more greens pouring forward here. The Reds are just totally suppressed now on the barricades. They're not able to survive this onslaught here, and I don't blame them. That is a lot of greens coming forward, and really, you want to keep the greens as close to their boats as possible. If you keep them on their boats, you're gonna have a much easier time because that's such a far distance. You're not gonna get suppressed as much. They're not gonna be able to pour so much fire into you. But with this so close now, it's just not working out for the Reds in the slightest. They're getting fully suppressed and then just unable to really get any kills here. And I think the reasoning for that is that battleship completely dominating the battlefield right off rip. We do still have this KV-85 over here, I believe. This thing's alive, right? I don't see it really firing right now, but I think it's alive. I hope it's alive. We do have some granatas going out. There's a flamer. Oh, I hope. Yeah, okay, good. That flamer's gonna run away as the grenade comes through, which is very lucky for the Reds, because that would have been extremely bad for them to get torched up in here. Yeah, and they do actually get one kill with that grenade, so it's not, you know, horrible. Oh, there's a ton of grenades coming up over this way. The middle section of the battlefield is getting heavily raided. We do have a large quantity of greens getting killed as they're trying to get up into this territory here, so that's good. The Reds are not giving up without a fight. They're doing a nice job here. That might have been some more battleship fire, but honestly, the battleship has mostly gone quiet at this point. I wonder if it's out of ammo? Or maybe it's out of range, because it was really just shooting the troopers over here. So maybe the Reds are extremely lucky and the range on that battleship is not this far. Of course, that wouldn't be very realistic, but this is the toy world, so it is what it is. I mean, we'll take whatever break the Reds can get at this point because they desperately need it. They're already back to their second line of defense, and of course they do have multiple lines further back this way too, so, you know, they will be able to hold at least for a while longer, but this beach loss is very steep for them. That is not good in the slightest. This left side's actually holding a little bit better. I think these greens are getting so close that the Reds can't really shoot at them from up there, but they can shoot at the boys that are further back this way. And then as the greens get up here, I'm hoping these Reds maybe start targeting them, but they're not really doing that at the moment. Is this KV-85 dead? It's at the very least tracked. No, it's still alive. She's still kicking. It is tracked, though. We still got all these troopers in here. This KV-85 over here is still alive. This one is still alive. This one is dead, as is that one there, obviously. It's a shell, literally, of its former self. Greens are moving deeper and deeper in towards the back bunker. Troopers further back are firing at these greens now, so we do have some fresh troopers to get some shots off. I'm also seeing still a lot of grenades coming out, and that's good to see from both sides, really. I mean, grenades are the key to winning battles in battles like this. These guys are literally inside the Jenga blocks. Impressive. I don't know how they managed that, but good for them. Good for them. All right. There's a lot of greens over here, though. It does mean that, you know, a grenade or two over here would be very, very devastating to them, but there's no one close enough, really, to get that off. These guys, I think, are too far away. And everyone else is dead. Alright, here we go. The KB-85 over here pouring some machine gun fire out. That's what we like to see. That's what we need to be seeing at this juncture. Another granata coming into this bunker here. Those guys are already dead. It's useless. If this guy could grenade, that would be absolutely massive. I don't think he's going to, though. Let's go check back in over here. This thing is apparently still alive, and they're just dueling each other. That has to be like a heavy artillery cannon. It is. Okay. Well, that's a problem. Not mine, though. Alright, yeah, the Greens are coming up here more so now. Once again, the battleship is still quiet, so I do think it's either A, out of ammo, or B, out of range. And that is a very, 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 very lucky break for the Reds. When that thing was pouring fire into them, they were getting cooked. So as long as that isn't happening for the foreseeable future, the Reds have a shot. They do, god dang it. I don't know if they're just shooting BB guns, though. Actually, they might be, because that would be, you know, if it was an airsoft gun, it'd be plastic. Oh, look at this defense up here in this tower. How are these guys all still alive? That's crazy. Now they're fighting inward, though. Alright. But yeah, these troops all take a lot of shots to kill for both teams. I guess I'm kind of used to the Rob's mod, Army Men mod that we used to use for Army Men Civil War, where Rob's mod is a realism mod, so it would be literally 1 or 2 shots in order to get kills, and this is obviously a lot spongier than that. KB-85, and this thing's still dueling! Alright. Oh, Green's coming through very massively over here. Let's actually go ahead and bump it up a speed. I think enough troopers have died that we don't need to be in slow-mo for the whole thing. These guys with the Mosin Nagants are just not it. They are not doing enough. Wherever there's AKs, though, they do seem to be getting better suppression out and stuff like that. Of course, the Greens are based on the U.S. Army, so they've got stuff like Thompsons, M1 Garands, and Springfields, as well as some M16A4s, too. Classic Army Men weaponry there. Alright, so we got more troopers coming through this way. The KB-85 lobbing some HE shells into them. Sadly, it misses those troopers, which would have been very, very helpful. And these Greens are really coming through now. The Greens do, again, have flamethrowers, which I haven't really seen being utilized during this whole thing. But they also have AT guns themselves, so they could definitely get some good kills in that way. But they are just storming forward. I mean, this is an all-out push here. That makes it very, very hard for the Reds to keep them at bay in those little choke points where they might actually be able to do something. This KV-85, I think it's still alive? It's hard to tell. These vehicles are all very, very derpy. Alright, this solid chunk of Red soldiers behind this bunker, they're all suppressed, which is such a shame. They could be doing so much more right now. My goodness. Alright, let's check on the far left again. Greens are trying their best to come through. They're trying to get grenades off. The Reds did throw that grenade back, which is good to see. Greens are taking some serious losses over here, but the Reds have also started to take some losses as the Greens get closer and closer to them. Perhaps some other grenades did manage to land in the Red laps over this way, and that's what caused some of those deaths. We do have a Red grenade going up against the Greens over this way, and the Greens do dive away, so sadly, no kills for them with that, but the diving away does stop the Greens from firing, which allows the Reds to pick up a few kills from the troopers on the ground there, which is always very, very good. Alright, Greens trying to push into the main bunker for the Reds over that way. They're also coming back into the trenches here. Both these KV-85s shredded. You can see the one in the background there is on fire at this point. Crew members bailing out of that one that's a little bit closer to us here too. Oy, oy, oy. This is not going well for the Reds. It's not just that their defenses are failing. They're just straight up, like, not getting enough kills. I wonder if in this mod, like, the Red guns are weaker than the Green guns? Because it really, 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 really feels that way. This is going to be a tight choke point over here in this bunker. The bad thing is, though, we just saw that grenades can make it over the cardboard wall, so potentially they could be taking some losses through that. But right now they're doing a great job there. These guys trying to, like, flick some shots through that cardboard, failing to do so. Oh, there's a tiny gap here! Oh, map creator missed a small gap there. I don't know who actually made this map. It is the Army Men RTS mod, again, which has a bunch of maps from old Army Men RTS and Men of War mods and things like that. And on top of that, you know, a lot of custom creators and community creators, I believe, have made maps for this, and then I think parts of Mighty Mapper's map collection is in this as well, so not totally sure who made this mod, but shout out to whoever did. Let me know in the comments if you did, because this is an awesome map. Oh, these guys are cooked. Yeah, they went down hard there. So now we're just back to, like, the back left corner for the Reds, really. That's all they've got. Ay. What a shame. I mean, there are a few troopers here, but they're just gonna get cooked. I mean, that grenade. Yoinks! Oh, man, the Greens just started steamrolling during this entire battle. Still have a KV-85 over here, though, so that's good. I think what we will do, because this is unsatisfactory. I mean, it was pretty satisfying to watch the Greens coming in, but the Red defense is unsatisfactory. So what we'll probably do is delete the massive battleship and see if the Reds can hold without that thing helping the Greens out. You know, if the Green tanks and infantry can manage to get the W that way. But of course, we will let this battle finish up first. The Greens are going to side sweep over here. They're angling more towards the wall, though. They do like to angle towards cover, but that is a little foolhardy because they could just back sweep over here very, very easily against the Reds. Why don't we go ahead and time-lapse this for just a minute here, because I do want to get into the next battleship part, and this part's a little boring. Well, yeah, the Greens do end up clapping cheeks at the end there. Pretty boring ending, but red are dead Reds, yellow are dead Greens. Really, the green battleship, I feel, helped them out a ton. So let's get rid of it. All right, she's gone. Let's go ahead and see if the Reds can now do something against the Greens with the big monster out of the way. First initial tank shots firing, as they do have the longest range on the battlefield. That was a really nice skid shot right there. Sadly, that's not going to do anything. It just looks cool. It's actually a pretty big explosion. Did something die already? Nah. Just some debris, I guess. But using an HE shot right now seems weird. Oh, it might be the tank with the artillery cannon, like a howitzer cannon or whatever on it. So that makes sense. KV-85's eating it up right now on the battlefield, doing a real nice job. That one gets smoked, though. You still got to watch out for those Sherman 76s, because those, they can always clobber. Not to worry. They will get the job done if they need to. But hopefully this also means that the Red troopers on the ground here are going to be able to get some more kills themselves, because more of them are also going to be alive. And we crash! God dang it! Why on earth this game crashes sometimes and not other times, it completely beats me, because this is literally the same battle, but without a massive battleship. So I don't get it. Yeah, that is that howitzer tank right there, and it takes a nasty blow this time. It's still rolling, but that might be the concussed crew still on the sticks. Yeah, it is stopping, but ooh, that one might have just done it in. I can't tell. It is smoking. That might be dead actually. We have another one over here moving forward. This one is just a regular M4A4 though. None of that specialty weaponry on that sucker. Then here's the full plastic jacket Sherman 76. Gorgeous tank right here, taking pot shots up at those KV-85s beyond. I think this time around we will be seeing some of these Reds locking down some of the corridors up here. That's my prediction, is this time we're going to see some better holdouts, especially in the bunkers. I think the bunkers last time were very affected by the massive battleship in the background, and so without that thing supporting them, I think the Reds can actually do a bit better here in those choke point areas where they were weakened previously. And also, less troopers should be coming forward at those points. Oh, very nice. Very good, solid kill right there. We love to see that. KV-85, I think it was that one up there, killing that Sherman right quick. Beautiful. And it crashed again. You gotta be kidding me. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it keeps crashing all of a sudden. We're gonna press start here and hope it's fine. I don't know if it will be though. Okay. This is maybe if we just go on normal speed. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's like the slow-mo. I don't know. We did it when we had literally more on the battlefield. It makes no sense. I don't get it. There is lots of firing going on here, and honestly, the normal speed is handling it fine. Maybe we didn't need to do this battle in slow-mo the first time anyway. But yeah, if we crash again, this will be it. I don't know why it's crashing all of a sudden. It's super, super weird. But the Greens pushing forward again. I mean, both sides have had 2 opportunities to learn the other's tactics. Of course, this doesn't translate at all battle to battle, but maybe it helps. Maybe it helps. I doubt it. KV-85 over there has its hatch popped, meaning it is dead. It is gone. And then over this way, yeah, that KV-85 is gone. This one is still Gucci, though. Come on, fire, boy. Get some shots out. We haven't crashed yet. Of course, that's a good way to jinx it, I suppose. So maybe I should shut my face. You know, that'd probably be a good idea. This KV-85 also still alive, still kicking. It's not really firing though much. It's just kind of chilling. And we crashed. Oh my goodness. Alright guys, obviously I couldn't get the second battle to work for the life of me, but that's gonna be where we end it. At least we got to see the official battle to its completion. So guys, sorry about that, but thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you did enjoy this video. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps me out a ton in the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.